Hello and welcome back to DONA'S Tarot with me, Donna, your intuitive tarot reader and guide. March 2026 does not feel quiet. It feels like movement, it feels like something is shifting, especially in areas where you have been tolerating instead of choosing. This month is not about surface level energy, it's about decisions, adjustments, and subtle redirections that shape the rest of your year. So I was supposed to post this video last week, but due to my health issues, I was not able to post it. So here we are. And also I'm suffering from cough and cold, so my voice might sound a little different. So please pardon that. And as I was saying, so we will be going through all the 12 zodiac signs and we'll be looking at your overall theme for March, then diving into love, career and money, and finally your health. I want you to listen not just for predictions but for patterns, because March isn't going to be random. It is going to be responsive to what you have been thinking about since the start of this year. For some of you, this month will bring clarity. For others, it is going to bring a little bit of pressure. And for a few of you, it will bring opportunity disguised as some inconveniences. Listen to your sun, moon and rising sign if you know them, because sometimes your rising sign will resonate even more strongly in monthly forecasts. So I'll be putting the timestamps in the description box once you're ready, so you can go check the timestamps and jump directly into your reading. So let's begin with Aries. Hello Aries, this reading is for you. We will start with the tarot cards and then slowly we will move on to the oracle cards. So if your rising sun and moon is in Aries, then this reading is for you. Let me keep the other cards on the side. Okay, so Aries, let's see what we have. Okay. The Tower, excuse me. March kind of begins with the Tower for you, and I need you to understand that this is not a random chaos entering your life, but accumulated instability finally collapsing under its own weight. The Tower appears when something has been misaligned for a very longer period than you wanted it to admit. And because Aries energy is naturally very resilient and stubborn, you may have been tolerating a situation that no longer fits your growth simply because walking away has felt like an inconvenience. Now, this card suggests that early March may bring a sudden realization or confrontation, or maybe restructuring or unexpected news that will force clarity on you. It could be in work, a relationship, or even a belief you have held about your own capabilities. The Tower does not whisper, rather, it exposes. However, what it destroyed was already very weak. This is important because the discomfort you feel in the first part of March is not a loss, but it is a correction. You may feel emotionally unsettled for a few days, especially if pride is involved, because as an Aries does not enjoy being forced into change. But this shift is necessary for realignment. The Tower clears illusion, it removes what was pretending to be stable, but by the middle of March, you will begin to see why this needed to happen for you. Now, let's see after the Tower, what is it that we are getting? Ace of Pentacles. Now, immediately following the disruption, we have Ace of Pentacles that appears, which is why I do not see March as a destructive for you, but rather transformative. Now, the Ace of Pentacles represents a grounded, practical opportunity emerging from the rubble of what fell. This may show up as a new job offer, a financial opening, a new contract, or even the beginning of a new relationship that feels materially stable. Unlike impulsive fire energy, this opportunity will be a little bit slow, deliberate, but solid. Now, it asks you to take it seriously. This card suggests that if you are willing to step through discomfort, something tangible will become available. It may not look glamorous at first, but it has longevity. Okay? Then, what do we have here is the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands kind of closes your monthly theme, and this is where your confidence returns fully. By the end of March, you are no longer reacting to change, but you are directing it. The Queen of Wands is charismatic, bold, socially magnetic, and apologetically self-assured. Whatever shook you earlier in this month actually strengthens your independence. You walk differently, you speak differently, others notice the shift, and March ends with you back in your power, but more refined than before. Okay, now let's see with the Lenormand card, what do we have in regards to your love life? The Bouquet. Okay. In love, the Bouquet card tells me emotions are intensified throughout March, and because the Tower is influencing your overall theme, honesty becomes unavoidable. Now, if you're single, the Bouquet card kind of suggests that you may meet someone during or immediately after a personal shift, possibly connected to work, relocation, or a decision that you made for yourself. This will not feel casual. The Bouquet indicates sincerity. However, if you are holding on to past emotional attachments, Aries is related to Mars, so it somehow came up. But yes, March forces you to release them before something new stabilizes. If you are in a relationship, then this month requires emotional transparency. If something has been unsaid, it will surface now. The good news is that with the Bouquet energy, this kind of heals through truth. The challenging side is that you cannot avoid difficult conversations. For some of you Aries, the Tower may represent ending something that looked stable but lacked genuine depth. For others, it represents breaking down emotional walls that prevented intimacy. The Bouquet wants authenticity. If you lean into vulnerability rather than ego, connection will strengthen significantly by the end of March. Okay, Aries. Now, that's how your love life is going to be. Now, let's see how your career or money is doing. With the Kipper card here, we have is sudden wealth and number 11. Now, career energy is powerful this month. Sudden wealth does not always mean instant riches, but it kind of indicates financial improvement that feels unexpected or accelerated. Now, this may come after leaving a position, renegotiating terms, or stepping into a new opportunity linked to the Ace of Pentacles energy over here. If you have been underpaid or undervalued, March presents a chance to correct that imbalance. However, because the Tower precedes the card, financial opportunity may follow a little bit of disruption. You may need to let go of something similar or something familiar to access something even better. This card also suggests bonus structures, commission, investments paying off, or a new income stream that builds over time. The key here is action. Aries cannot hesitate when opportunity appears. So you have to imbibe the energy of Aries into you. If you doubt yourself, the window may close quickly. March rewards bold but calculated decisions. So be bold and take the chance on whatever you have been keeping pending. Now, moving on, we will see how your health is going to be. For that, I have taken the gypsy card. So let's see. We have doctor. Okay, health and doctor, very much related. Now, I feel like health requires maturity this month. Doctor here doesn't directly indicate crisis, but it emphasizes responsibility towards your body. The tower with the early disruption can create stress responses if you suppress your emotions instead of processing them. You may notice fatigue, tension, headaches, digestive sensitivity, or difficulty sleeping if you ignore your nervous system signals. Doctor encourages a routine care rather than reactive treatment. Scheduling checkups, improving sleep hygiene, reducing caffeine, or committing to structured exercise will make a very noticeable difference. Now, this card also reminds you that asking for professional advice is not a weakness. As an Aries, you tend to push through discomfort, but March will teach you that long-term vitality requires maintenance. If you take small preventive steps early in this month, your energy stabilizes significantly by the end of March. If ignored, burnout creeps in quietly rather than dramatically. So, that's it for your health. But by the final week of March, if you respond wisely, you will feel stronger than you did all the beginning. Not because nothing challenged you, but because you adjusted instead of resisting. So that's it for you, Aries. If the pile resonated, please do like, share and subscribe to Devi DONA'S Tarot, and I would like to see you into the other zodiacs as well. So now that we are done with Aries, we will move on to Taurus. Hello Taurus. If your rising sun or moon is in the zodiac sign of Taurus, then this reading is for you. We will start with the tarot cards and then we'll move on to the oracle cards for your love life, for your career and money, and for your health. And this will give us the tarot card will give us an overall idea of what is happening for you in the month of March. Let me keep these aside so that we can start with the tarot cards. So let's see, what do we have in store for our Taurus? Hierophant. Okay. Taurus, March begins with the Hierophant, and this immediately feels like you are questioning something that once felt questionable. The Hierophant represents tradition, structure, belief system, institution, and commitments that are built on long-standing foundation. For you, this could relate to a job you have held onto for stability, a relationship that looks right on paper, or even a personal belief system about what security means in your life. Now, Taurus energy naturally values consistency, so when the Hierophant appears, it suggests that you are evaluating whether your current structure still aligns with who you are becoming. This isn't rebellion, but this is a reassessment. Okay? You may find yourself thinking deeply about whether you are staying somewhere out of comfort rather than growth. Conversations with authority figures, mentors, or even family members may influence your thinking this month. This is a strong sense that you are redefining what stability actually means to you, rather than blindly maintaining it. Now let's see what we have following the Hierophant. The Eight of Cups. Okay. Now, as we see Eight of Cups, and this is where the emotional layer deepens for you. This card does not indicate impulsive abandonment. It indicates quiet departure. There is something you are emotionally detaching from in March. It may not even be visible to others immediately, but internally you are stepping back. Eight of Cups suggests that something that once satisfied you no longer feels emotionally fulfilling anymore. Taurus does not walk away easily, so when you do, it's because you're already processed it thoroughly. Now, excuse me. This could apply to love, career, or even personal habits. The key is emotional honesty. You are no longer willing to settle for the partial satisfaction. Okay? let's see what is the next card we have. 10 of Pentacles. Now the 10 of Pentacles appears, and this reassures me that you are not dismantling your long-term future by walking away from what no longer fits. In fact, you are protecting it. 10 of Pentacles is long-term security, family stability, generational wealth, and structured comfort. This tells me that March is not about destruction for you, it is rather refinement. You are releasing what feels emotionally hollow so you can secure something truly stable. By the end of March, your energy feels calmer and more grounded. You are not dramatic about your decisions, but you are firm. Stability remains your priority, but it becomes more authentic for you. Now, let's see what we have in love for our Taurus people. I'm sorry, I keep on hitting the camera, so it kind of moves. Please pardon me on that. Now, okay. In love, the ring speaks clearly about commitment and long-term bonds. If you are single, this card suggests that March may bring someone into your life who is serious rather than casual. However, since there is a presence of 8 of Cups in the overall theme, you may need to emotionally release a past attachment before this commitment energy fully enters into your life. For those who are already in a relationship, this ring intensifies discussion about the future. Engagements, moving in together, or deeper commitment talks are possible for you. However, if you have been feeling emotionally disconnected, 8 of Cups kind of here suggests that you cannot ignore it. March may bring an honest conversations about whether the relationship still feels fulfilling or whether it just simply feels comfortable. The Hierophant here also suggests that you cannot ignore it. Why? Because it suggests tradition, and for some of you Taurus, it may be questioning family expectations around love versus your personal truth. This month rewards honesty over endurance. If you are willing to speak your emotional reality, the relationship with either deepens or gracefully concludes. Ring energy ensures that whatever remains, it remains solid, and whatever it is not, it should go away from your life. Now, moving forward, we will see what we have in store for your career. So, occupation. Wow. Career requires focus this month for you. Occupation suggests effort, discipline, and responsibility that you have to take or you have been avoiding. You may feel the workload increase or expectation rise. However, this is not a punishment energy. This is building up your energy kind of an scenario. The Hierophant here suggests that you show structure at work, possibly corporate systems or formal institutions influencing your path. If you are considering leaving a job, the 8 of Cups kind of supports that. Emotional detachment has been forming for a while, so you can obviously do that. However, 10 of Pentacles warns against impulsive exits without practical planning. Taurus must feel secure before transitioning, so keep that in mind. Financially, this month is stable but requires discipline. So avoid overspending to compensate for emotional dissatisfaction, and channel your energy into building skills or strengthening your long-term positions. Okay, now finally, last but not the least, with our health. Okay, we have pleasure seekers. Health this month revolves around indulgence and balance. Pleasure seekers suggest that comfort habits may become coping mechanism. This could mean emotional eating, overspending, staying sedentary, or distracting yourself rather than processing your feelings. And because of the presence of 8 of Cups over here, it shows emotional withdrawal. Unexpressed emotions may manifest physically if ignored. This card does not warn of illness, but it does encourage moderation. Taurus loves comfort, but March asks for intentional choices rather than automatic indulgence. Structured routines will help. Gentle physical movement, consistent sleep, and reducing sugar or excessive comfort habits will make a noticeable difference in your day-to-day life. Now, March for Taurus is not about chaos, but rather it is about choosing authenticity over comfort while protecting the long-term stability. So yeah, that's it for our Taurus. If this reading resonated, please do like, share, comment and subscribe to Devi DONA'S Tarot. Now that we are done with Taurus, we'll be moving on to our next zodiac sign, which is Gemini. So I still hope to see you in the other zodiac signs as well, whether it is your rising, sun or moon. I hope you see all three of them. So let's move on to Gemini. Hello Gemini, if your rising sun or moon is in a zodiac sign of Gemini, then this reading is for you. So we will start with the tarot cards and then we'll move on to the oracle cards with love, career and finances, and finally your health. So let's move forward and see what we have in store for our Geminis. The Magician. Okay, Gemini. March feels very mental before it feels external. When the Magician appears as your first card, it tells me that you are stepping into a month where your words, decision and focus have direct consequences. The Magician is about manifestation, but not in a dreamy way. It is about skill, intention, awareness and your own influence. You are persuasive, you are more persuasive than usual in March, so people are listening to you. Your ideas carry weight. However, this also means that distraction or manipulation, even subtle self-deception, can create unnecessary complications for you. Okay, then the Seven of Cups enter, and this is where things get interesting. You are presented with multiple options this month in love, in career, or even in your personal direction. There is just one path. There are choices. Like, there isn't one path, but there are many choices for you. But Seven of Cups warns about illusions as well. Not everything that glitter is gold. You may feel mentally overwhelmed by possibilities. So because Gemini energy thrives on variety, but March asks you to be selective rather than being scattered. Okay, and finally with the Justice, this closes your monthly theme, and this is important because it means you must make a decision that is fair, balanced and aligned with the truth by the end of March. Justice removes excuses. If something has been inconsistent or unclear in your life, March forces clarity. This could involve signing a contract, defining a relationship, or setting a proper boundary. There is karmic undertone here. What you choose now sets the tone for the next few months. The overall energy says you have power, but you must use it wisely. Now, let's see what we have for you when it comes to your love life. The Crossroad. Okay. In love, Crossroad confirms that decisions are unavoidable. If you are single, you may find yourself torn between two romantic interests or between pursuing love versus focusing on personal goals. Now, Seven of Cups energy makes it even more stronger as the options feel tempting. However, Justice demands clarity. If you are casually entertaining someone who lacks long-term potential, March will make that very obvious for you. If you are in a relationship, Crossroads may represent a serious discussion about the future. Are you moving forward together or are you walking separate paths? Gemini often avoids uncomfortable emotional conversations by intellectualizing them. But March doesn't allow that escape. The Magician says your words matter deeply this month. One honest conversation could either solidify or dissolve this bond. For some of you Geminis, this may also represent long distance or physical relocation affecting love decisions. Choose based on alignment, not fear of loneliness. If you choose clearly, love will stabilize. If you hesitate, confusion will keep on lingering around. Now that the love part is done, let's see what is happening in your career and in your money. high honor. Now, your career looks strong for you. High honor indicates recognition, reputation growth, or acknowledgement from authority figures. The magician energy supports this because you are persuasive and skilled this month. Presentations, interviews, negotiation, or leadership roles favor you. However, the Seven of Cups kind of warns you against overcommitting. You may be offered multiple opportunities, but not all are sustainable. Justice here suggests that contracts or formal agreement may be signed. Read details carefully. Financially, this month is balanced but requires smart allocation. Avoid scattering resources across too many ventures. If you focus on one primary goal rather than chasing every opportunity, March will strengthen your professional image even more significantly. Now that we are done with your love, relationship, and money, let's see how your health is going to be. Messenger. Okay, I feel like health this month is connected to awareness and communication. The messenger suggests that your body is signaling something subtle. This may not be a dramatic illness, but it could be fatigue, stress, or digestive sensitivity related to mental overload. The magician shows high mental activity, which can lead to burnout if not grounded. Seven of Cups can indicate sleep disturbances due to overthinking or screen overload. Justice suggests over here that restoring balance through routine, structured sleep schedule, hydration, and reducing multitasking will help you significantly. There may also be literal medical communication like a test results, a reminder, or an appointment notice, so do not ignore it. Early attention prevents bigger issues. So, March for you Geminis is about focused intentions. You are powerful this month, but only if you avoid scattering energy too much. Okay, so that's it for our Geminis. If this reading resonated with you, like, share, subscribe, and comment your pile as well. And I would like to see you in the other zodiac sign readings as well. So we will move on to our next zodiac, which is Cancer. Hello Cancers. If your rising sun or moon is in the zodiac sign of Cancer, then this reading is for you. We will start with the tarot cards and then we will slowly move on to the oracle cards about your love life, about your career and money, and finally for your health. So let's begin with our tarot cards. Let's see what March has in store for you. The moon. Now, Cancer, March feels personal. When the moon appears as your first card, it tells me this is not a surface level month for you. This is emotional processing, subconscious realizations, and confronting feelings that may have pushed aside earlier in the year. The moon is your natural terrain because you are ruled by it. But that does not mean it feels comfortable. It suggests uncertainty, heightened intuition, and moments where subconscious realizations and confronting feelings that may have pushed aside earlier in the year. The moon is your natural terrain because you are ruled by it. But that does not mean it feels comfortable. It suggests uncertainty, heightened intuition, and moments where you question whether you are seeing things clearly. There may be something in your life that feels slightly unclear, a relationship dynamic, a career direction, or even your own emotional response to a situation. You may experience moments of doubt early in March, especially if someone's behavior feels inconsistent, because the moon can bring overthinking, but it can also bring revelation. What revelation? The key for you this month is going to be not reacting immediately to fear-based assumptions. Sit with your intuition. It is strong right now, but it needs grounding. Okay, let's see while moving forward what more can we get for our Cancers. Okay, then the Four of Wands appears, and this shifts the energy towards stability and celebration. This card speaks of home, security, and emotional safety. Despite the internal uncertainty from the moon, there is something stable in your life that kind of anchors you. This could be family support, a committed relationship, or a career environment that feels dependable. Four of Wands also suggests gathering or milestone moments in March, like celebration, reunions, or conversations about long-term plans. Okay, now as we move forward, let's see, we have is King of Cups. Okay, by the time this King of Cups has appears, you will step fully into your emotional maturity. The King of Cups represents controlled emotion, wisdom, compassionate leadership. This suggests that whatever emotional confusion arises early in the March, you handle it with grace than impulsivity. You are not drowning in feelings, you are mastering them. Others may come to you for advice this month because you appear calm even when processing deeply. March for Cancer is not about chaos, it is about emotional clarity emerging from the reflection. Okay, now let's see what is happening in your love life. Oh, the bouquet. Now, I feel like for you Cancers in love, this bouquet kind of brings warmth, appreciation, and positive attention. If you are single, this card suggests someone may approach you with genuine admiration. It may begin subtly, like compliments, thoughtful gestures, small act of kindness, but it will still feel sincere. The moon energy suggests you may initially doubt their intentions, especially if past experiences created trust issues. However, bouquet indicates authenticity. Do not sabotage your potential by assuming hidden motives without any evidence. If you are in a relationship, then the bouquet brings romance back into focus. This could mean planned dates, affectionate gestures, or simply renewed appreciation for one another. Four of Wands suggests discussion about your home life or future stability may deepen as well. Engagement conversations or shared living plans are also possible for some of you. However, the moon reminds you not to project insecurities. If you feel uncertain, communicate gently rather than withdrawing. King of Cups energy ensures emotional maturity will strengthen the bond this month for you. Beautiful. Now, let's see what is happening with your career and money. We have courtship, okay? Career feels very relational this month. Like courtship suggests partnership, negotiations, or collaborations becoming important into any firms or any particular corporate companies or whatever you're doing. You may enter a new professional agreement or work closely with someone whose skills are complement to your skills. The moon indicates that you should read between the lines carefully before committing. Ensure that promises are backed by clear terms. Financially, this month is steady rather than dramatic. Four of Wands here suggests stability in income. However, avoid emotional spending if stress increases early in the month. The King of Cups encourages measured decisions rather than reactionary ones. If you are considering a career move, March favors discussions rather than immediate action. Build alliances first. The right partnership may open a door in April or in the month of May for you. Now, finally, let's see how you're doing in the health department. Okay, we have here is constancy. Now, Cancers, I feel like health energy centers around consistency for you. Constancy suggests that your physical and emotional well-being improves through routine rather than sudden changes. The moon may heighten your emotional sensitivity, which can affect sleep patterns or stress levels if you internalize too much. Four of Wands kind of encourages grounding practices connected to home, cooking nourishing meals, creating a calming space, or maintaining a stable sleep schedule. And the King of Cups over here reminds you to process emotions rather than suppress them. because suppressed emotions for Cancers often manifest physically. Gentle exercises, hydration, and regular rests are essential. This is not a crisis month for health, but it is a month where small discipline habits make a significant difference. If you remain consistent, your energy feels balanced by the end of the March. If you neglect, routine emotional fatigue may build up very quietly and affect you badly. Now, March for you Cancers is about emotional mastery, stability, and allowing intuition to guide you without letting fear control you. So yes, that's it for Cancer. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, please do like, share, subscribe, and comment your pile on or your zodiac on the comment box, and stay tuned, and I hope to see you for into the other zodiac signs as well. So that's it. We will be moving on to our next zodiac, which is Leo. Hello Leos, if your rising sun or moon is in the zodiac sign of Leo, then this reading is for you. We will start with the tarot cards and then we'll move on to the oracles that I have picked for you already. Now, we will be moving this aside and we will be starting with our tarot cards to see what is happening in March for our Leo signs. The Sun. Leo, March opens with your own card, the Sun, and that immediately tells me that this is not a quiet month for you. There is visibility, attention, and a desire to move confidently towards something that feels aligned with your truth. The Sun represents clarity, optimism, and forward movement, but it also exposes what has been hidden. If there has been uncertainty that is lingering from earlier in this year, March will bring illumination. You see situations clearly, you see people clearly, you even see yourself more clearly. However, let's see what we have for our next card is Five of Pentacles. Okay. Now, right after brightness, we have Five of Pentacles, and this is where the tone kind of shifts. This card suggests that despite outward confidence, there may be an internal feeling of lack or insecurity. Now, for some Leos, this may be relatable to finances. For others, it may refer to emotional validation. You might question whether you are receiving as much as you give. Five of Pentacles does not mean permanent loss, but it does indicate a temporary sense of feeling unsupported or overlooked. Knight of Swords. Okay. The Knight of Swords arrives and this shows action. You are not staying stuck in insecurity. If something feels unfair or lacking, you address it directly. This card suggests that fast decisions, bold conversation, and possibly confrontation will help you. Leo, Leo does not suffer in silence for long, and March shows you advocating for yourself rather than shrinking yourself. The overall theme of March is this: clarity reveals when you feel undervalued and you take swift action to correct it. Okay, let's see what is happening in your love life. Okay, we have the Stork. Now, in love, Stork brings communication, discussion, and sometimes anxiety-driven conversations. If you're single, this card suggests active messaging, social interactions, or even flirtatious exchange that happen quickly. However, the stork can also indicate nervous energy. You may overanalyze someone's word or tone because the Sun suggests strong attraction, but Five of Pentacles may make you fear rejection before it even happens. If you are in a relationship, the Stork indicates conversations that need to happen. Some may be light-hearted, others may address very deeper insecurities. Knight of Swords suggests that you are more direct this month. If you feel neglected or unappreciated, you will say it. The key is the tone. Direct communication strengthens bond. Reactive communication creates tension. For some of you Leos, the Stork may also indicate outside influence, like friends or family opinions affecting your perception of your relationship. Trust your own experience more than external chatters, and that will keep you and your relationship safe as well. Now, moving forward with your career and finances, let's see what is happening. Okay, the concern. Career feels mentally active this month. Concern suggests that you are thinking heavily about your professional direction. The Five of Pentacles may connect here as well, especially if you feel underpaid or undervalued. The Sun suggests recognition is possible, but it may not feel consistent. And the Knight of Swords shows that you may initiate the change yourself. This could mean applying for a new position, negotiating salaries, or confronting workplace dynamics. The energy is fast, however, avoid impulsive decisions without reviewing the details. Concerns suggest overthinking, and you should balance this instinct with strategy. Financially, March is stable but sensitive. Avoid dramatic spending to compensate for emotional frustration. Focus on long-term adjustments rather than short-term fixes. Okay. Now, as we move forward, let's see, we have hope when it comes to your health. Now, health energy carries optimism but require attention to emotional stress. Hope suggests recovery and renewal, especially if you have been feeling drained recently. The Sun supports vitality, but Five of Pentacles may reflect fatigue linked to emotional or financial stress. Knight of Swords can indicate tension, headaches, or restlessness due to overactivity. Structured rest becomes important. Physical movement helps release mental buildup. Hope indicates that whatever minor health concerns arise, they are manageable with proactive care. Now, March for Leos is about reclaiming value. When you speak clearly and act strategically, both love and career shift in your favor. So make that work. So that's it for Leo. I hope this resonated. If it does, then please do like, share, subscribe, and comment your zodiac onto the comment box. And also, I would like to see you into the other zodiac signs as well. Now that we are done over here, we will move on to our next zodiac sign, which is Virgo. Hello Virgos, if your rising sun or moon is in the zodiac sign of Virgo, then this reading is for you. We will be starting with the tarot cards, and then we will be moving to your love, career and finances, and finally your health with the oracle cards. So let me keep these three aside, and we will start with our tarot cards to see what we have in store for our Virgos. The Hermit. Now, Virgo, March feels like an internal recalibration before external growth. When the Hermit appears in your first card, it tells me that this is a month of reflection, strategy, and quiet evaluation rather than loud external action. You may feel more withdrawn than usual, not because you're unhappy, but because you are thinking deeply about what direction makes the most sense for you long term. The Hermit represents a step back and observe before making any move. Virgo energy already is very analytical. Excuse me. Okay, as I was saying, Virgo energy already is leans towards analytical reasonings, but March will intensify this particular trait. Sorry. Excuse me. Yeah. So you may notice yourself questioning whether your current routines are actually supporting your bigger goals or not. The Hermit also suggests seeking wisdom, whether through a mentor, research, spiritual reflection, or simply journaling your thoughts clearly before acting on it. This is not isolation out of sadness, but this is a strategic introspection that is happening for you. Now, okay. Then appears the Eight of Pentacles, and now we see the work begin. Whatever clarity you gain early in this month, you apply it through effort. This card suggests skill development, focused work, and improving something that already exists rather than starting from zero. Career effort increases. You may take on additional responsibility or refine your craft. This is not a rushed energy. It is a disciplined progress. Okay, Now, the next card we have is the Empress. Okay. So, by the time the Empress appears, I feel the tone kind of softens and kind of expands. This card represents growth, abundance, and nurturing energy. It suggests that your focused efforts will be paying off very soon. You may feel more confident, more grounded, and more appreciated by the end of March. The Empress can also reflect improved relationships, especially where care and emotional presence are involved. Overall, I feel like the theme for you, Virgo, is more of reflect, refine, and then receive growth. So, and I think you are someone who loves this kind of an energy. So let's move on and see what we have in your love life. The Garden. Okay. In love, the Garden card kind of suggests social interaction and visibility. If you're single, this card indicates that love may appear through social circles, events, gatherings, or even online communities. The Hermit here kind of suggests that you may not initially seek attention, but Garden energy pulls you outward. Someone may notice you before you even notice them. If you are in a relationship, Garden indicates shared public experiences. You may attend events together or spend more time in group settings. However, the Hermit energy warns against emotional distance. If you withdraw too much internally, your partner may misinterpret that. And with the Eight of Pentacles suggest working on the relationship intentionally. This could mean improving communication patterns or addressing small frustrations before they grow into something big. The Empress over here excuse me. Empress over here supports affection and nurturing. Romance increases when you prioritize emotional presence rather than overanalyzing every other interaction. Okay, so that's how your love life is going on to be. Now let's see with your career and money. We have the main male. Okay, this suggests that a key figure will influence your professional direction this month. It could be a boss, mentor, client, or even your own leadership role becoming more prominent. The Hermit guide the Hermit indicates careful evaluation before engaging with this person fully. Observe their intentions. Eight of Pentacles shows steady financial progress. You are building rather than gambling. If you have been developing a skill, you may gain recognition soon. And the Empress over here kind of suggests financial growth through patience rather than risk. Money may not suddenly explode, but it will stabilize. Avoid perfectionism and delaying action. Growth comes through steady improvement. So keep on moving instead of keeping yourself stagnant. Now, finally, with our health, we have joyfulness. Beautiful. Now, health finally feels lighter this month. Joyfulness kind of suggests improved mood and emotional stability compared to earlier months. The Hermit indicates mental clarity improves when you reduce overstimulation. Eight of Pentacles suggests maintaining routine exercises or healthy habits rather than experimenting dramatically. And Empress supports nourishment. Pay attention to your diet quality, rest, and emotional comfort. Avoid overworking to the point of tension buildup. Joyfulness reminds you that mental well-being affects physical vitality directly. Okay? So Virgo, March for you, Virgo, is going to be productive, reflective, and steadily rewarding when you trust your quiet strategy. So trust your intuition, know that whatever skills you have achieved is going to work for you, and keep on polishing them. So okay, that's it for our Virgos. If this reading resonated, please do like, share, and subscribe to DONA'S tarot, and do comment your zodiac in the comment box. Also, I would request you to look into your rising, sun, and moon, all the three zodiacs, so that you will get even more deeper clarity about what is happening in March. So now that we are done with Virgo, we'll be moving on to our next zodiac, Libra. Hello Libra, if your rising sun or moon is in the zodiac sign of Libra, then this reading is for you. So we will be starting with your tarot cards and then moving on to your love, career and finances, and finally your health and all the oracle cards. Let me keep this aside and we will start with how the month of March is going to be for you, Libra. Wow. Libra, March begins with your own energy, justice. And this immediately tells me the month revolves around balance, fairness, and decisions that require clarity rather than avoidance. Justice is not emotional drama, it is a rational evaluation. There is something in your life that has been slightly uneven, and March demands correction. This could be in love, work, finances, or even how you distribute your time. You are being asked to weigh both sides very honestly. Now, justice also carries a karmic undertone. If you have been fair and consistent, this month rewards you. If you have been ignoring the imbalances, March highlights it. There may be paperwork, contracts, or formal agreements involved for some of you Libras, and because you will be stepping in to a moment where neutrality is not enough, you must choose. There will be choices, and you have to choose between them. Let's see what happens. See, Two of Swords appears, and this shows hesitation from your choices. Even though you know a decision must be made, part of you may prefer not to confront it directly. Two of Swords is avoidance masked as peacekeeping. Libra, your energy naturally avoids conflict, but March makes avoidance uncomfortable. You may feel tension in the middle of the month where you cannot delay a conversation any longer. So, take charge and take the decision. Okay, Six of Pentacles. Now, Six of Pentacles closes your monthly theme, and this card brings balanced restoration. Reciprocity becomes a central focus. Whether in love or career, the question becomes simple. Are you giving and receiving equally? By the end of March, the imbalance becomes correcting itself, especially if you stop overcompensating for others. The overall theme for you, Libra, is fairness through courage. Okay, let's see what is happening in your love life. The letter. Now, in love, letter suggests communication, which is kind of pivotal. If you are single, you may receive a message that shifts your romantic direction. This could be someone confessing their feelings, reconnecting with the past, or initiating something that has been delayed. Because with justice here, it suggests that the tone of communication matters. Clear words bring progress. Vague messaging will create confusion. If you are in a relationship, the letter indicates important discussion. This may involve future planning, finances, or emotional boundaries. Two of Swords warns against pretending everything is fine if it is not. Silence does not protect harmony, it delays necessary alignment. And Six of Pentacles kind of suggests that when communication becomes honest, reciprocity improves, and if you have been giving more than receiving, March helps you rebalance the dynamic. However, you must speak first. Okay? Now, let's see what is happening with you in sense of career. We have official person. Career feels very structured this month. Official person suggests involvement with authority, like authority figures, managers, institutions, or formal system. This may include promotions, performance reviews, or legal paperwork. With the presence of justice, this kind of reinforces contracts and agreements. Read details carefully before signing. Now, Two of Swords may also show indecisions about accepting a professional offer. Do not let fear of disruption prevent advancement. And Six of Pentacles indicate balancing will financial balance will improve when negotiations are handled maturely. Money feels stable rather than explosive. Fair exchange will dominate, and if you advocate for fair compensation, outcomes will obviously improve for you. Do not leverage or do not feel or make yourself feel that you do not deserve that. Just charge for it and ask for it. Now, finally, for your health, we have faithfulness. Okay, health energy revolves around consistency. Faithfulness suggests loyalty to routine. This is not a month of extreme changes, it is a month of maintaining the discipline. Two of Swords kind of may indicate ignoring subtle symptoms out of convenience. Do not dismiss small signs. And Justice suggests balance between work and rest is crucial. Six of Pentacles emphasizes equal energy output and recovery. If you overextend socially or professionally, fatigue appears again. When you remain consistent with sleep, hydration, and stress management, March feels physically balanced. When you overcome it, tension builds. So, March for Libras is about speaking your truth, restoring balance, and choosing fairness over any temporary comfort. So that's it for Libra. If this reading did resonate with you, do like, share, and subscribe to Devi DONA'S Tarot, and do not forget to comment your zodiac sign in the comment box. Also, I would request you to see the other two signs as well. Like, if you're seeing for rising, then I would request you to see for your sun and moon as well. If you see all the three zodiacs, it will give you a deeper knowledge of how the month of March is going to turn out for you. So yeah, hope to see you in the other zodiac signs as well. And with that, we will be moving on to our next zodiac sign, which is Scorpio. Hello Scorpio, if your rising sun or moon is in the zodiac sign of Scorpio, then this reading is for you. We will be starting with the tarot cards, and then we'll be moving on to your love, career and finances, and health with the oracle cards. Let me keep this aside and let's see what's going on for our Scorpio in the month of March. Death. Okay. Scorpio, March begins with your card, Death, and that immediately tells me that this is a transformative month for you yet again, but not in a dramatic, explosive way. This is a subtle shedding. Something is ending quietly. A mindset, a pattern, a connection dynamic, or even an internal attachment that you have carried longer than necessary. Death does not represent disaster, it represents completion. You are closing a chapter, and the interesting part is that you may have sensed this coming for weeks. Emotionally, this feels like a release. You are no longer willing to hold on to something simply because it once mattered. Scorpio energy can cling with loyalty, cling when loyalty is involved, but March asks you to detach with maturity. There may be an emotional realization early in the month that clarifies that no longer aligns with your growth. The discomfort here is not loss, it is an adjustment for you. So let it go. Okay, Page of Cups. Now that the Page of Cups appears, and this kind of shifts the tone dramatically. Why? After release comes emotional renewal. This card represents new feelings, creativity, vulnerability, and openness. For some Scorpios, I feel like this may mean a new romantic interest appearing unexpectedly. For others, it may mean rediscovering emotional softness within an existing relationship. The Page of Cups is a gentle energy. It suggests that you allow yourself to feel without defensiveness. Okay? Just because you're letting go doesn't mean that you have to become defensive because you have been hurt. Heal on that and then move forward. Let's see. Three of Pentacles closes your month theme. And this is about collaboration and building. After emotional transformation, you begin constructing something stable. This may relate to your work partnership, relationship building, or a teamwork that feels productive rather than draining. The overall energy says release, soften, and then build. Okay? Letting go doesn't mean that you are giving up. It means that you are rebuilding something even better. Let's see what is happening for you in your love life. Okay. In love, the key is powerful. It represents clarity, solution, and unlocking something significant. If you are single, March may bring someone who feels important rather than temporary. Death suggests you had to release past attachments first. Once that door closes, key opens another one. Page of Cups reinforces the emotional freshness. You may feel unexpectedly vulnerable around someone new. Do not overanalyze it. Allow curiosity. Three of Pentacles suggests that connection grows through shared projects or collaboration, possibly through meeting through work or creative spaces. If you are in a relationship, the key suggests a breakthrough conversation. Something that has felt blocked becomes clear. Death indicates that ending of a recurring conflict pattern. You may both decide to rebuild differently. If honesty is embraced, the relationship opens or deepens even significantly. Okay, let's see what is happening in your career. Unexpected income. Great. Now, career energy shifts positively for you. Unexpected income suggests financial improvement that may not have been planned. This could be a bonus or a side project paying off, or a new work emerging after you let go of something outdated. Death suggests you may leave one income stream behind to access another. Three of Pentacles supports teamwork and collaboration, so you may benefit from joint ventures or shared projects. Page of Cups excuse me. Page of Cups suggests creative ideas generate financial opportunities for you. However, avoid emotional spending during transitional excitement, because grounding your enthusiasm with planning will help your March, because it will help you in the month of March, because March will reward you for strategic informations. Okay, so trade but carefully. And finally, with your health card, we have over here is enemy. Now, health requires awareness this month. Enemy doesn't suggest a severe illness, but it warns against self-sabotage. Scorpio energy can internalize stress, and if you suppress emotions after the death card transformation, tension may manifest physically. Page of Cups kind of encourages emotional expression rather than bottling your feelings. Three of Pentacles over here suggests building supportive habits gradually rather than attempting dramatic health overhauls. Watch for stress-related symptoms such as headaches, fatigue, or digestive sensitivity. Prioritize hydration and rest. Avoid overindulgences as a coping mechanism. When you process emotions honestly, health stabilizes. If you resist emotional change, tension lingers. So, March for you, Scorpio, is about intentional release and rebuilding with clarity. So, take the transformation positively and you will see everything changing for you positively. So that's it for Scorpio. If this reading resonated, do like, share and subscribe to DONA'S Tarot, and do not forget to comment your zodiac signs in the comment box. Also, I would request you to look into your other zodiac signs, as in the sun, moon and rising, to get even more in-depth knowledge about what is happening for you in the month of March. I will see you around in the other zodiac signs as well. So now, since that's it for Scorpio, we'll be moving on to our next sign, which is Sagittarius. Hello Sagittarius. If your rising sun or moon is in the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, then this reading is for you. We will start with the tarot cards, then we'll move on to the oracle cards for your love life, finances and career, and finally your health. So let's keep these cards aside and see what we have in store for us Sagittarius for the month of March. Okay. Sagittarius, Mars begins with you, which is Temperance. And this immediately tells me that this is a month of adjustment rather than explosion. Temperance is your sister energy in many ways because it represents balance, integration, and patience. You may feel like you are recalibrating something in your life that has felt slightly off center. This could involve work-life balance, emotional responses, or even financial priorities. Temperance asks you to blend rather than separate. Instead of choosing extremes, March encourages you for moderation. Okay, moving on, let's see what we have. Five of Wands. Okay. However, now with the Five of Wands entry, and it kind of introduces friction as well. This friction may not be hostile, but it is competitive. There may be multiple options around you. In a career, it could be workplace competition or clashing perspectives. In love, it could be misunderstandings or playful arguments that test boundaries. Sagittarius, your energy does not enjoy feeling boxed in, and Five of Wands may feel irritating if too many voices demands your attention. So see which one you want to pay more attention to. Now, then the Chariot arrives. Okay, and this is where the momentum builds up. Now, the Chariot indicates forward movement and decisive action. So, by mid to late March, you stop negotiating endlessly and start moving. You pick a direction and go. This could involve travel, relocation, project launch, or emotional commitment. The friction early in the month actually sharpens your focus. The overall message that I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, is that for the month of March, it is very simple. Adjust, endure mild friction, and then move decisively. Okay, now let's get into a little bit of more depth as in what is happening. We will start with your love life, and we have the Rider. Now, in love, Rider suggests movements and new energy. If you are single, someone may enter your life very quickly. This person may be confident, direct, and somewhat spontaneous. Temperance suggests that you will initially observe them rather than rushing in. Five of Wands may show slight tension or playful debate in early conversations, especially if both of you have strong opinions. And the Chariot kind of suggests momentum building quickly. What starts casually may accelerate faster than expected. However, avoid turning minor disagreements into power struggles. Because you, Sagittarius, you thrive on freedom. But Rider energy asks you to remain present rather than constantly chasing the next excitement. If you are in a relationship, Rider may represent renewed passion or spontaneous plans. Travel or shared activity could strengthen your bond this month. And with the Temperance, it reminds you to compromise rather than insisting on being right. Okay, now let's see what is happening in your career sector. Wow, great fortune. Now, I feel like your career energy looks very strong. Great fortune does not always mean a sudden wealth, but it suggests significant opportunity for advancement. This could be recognition, promotion, or a project that enhances your professional reputation. Now, with the presence of the Chariot, it kind of reinforces the momentum. If you take initiative, the progress will accelerate for you. Five of Wands, though may represent competition, but competition here sharpens your performance rather than blocking it. And Temperance suggests the balancing ambition with patience. Financially, this month is progressive. Income may increase gradually rather than explosively. Avoid ego-driven conflicts at work and choose strategic action over more emotional reactions. Okay, now finally with the health, we have journey again. I think you're going to travel a lot this month, Sagittarius. There is a chances of a lot of travels going on for you. Now, if you consider about your health, health is connected to movement this month for you. Journey suggests travel, physical activity, or a change in routine. The Chariot reinforces motion. You may feel restless if you remain sedentary. Physical movement becomes essential for emotional balance. Temperance suggests moderation. Avoid extreme workout shifts or drastic dietary changes. And Five of Wands kind of warns against overexertion or competitive strain. Travel plans may disrupt routine, so prioritize hydration and rest during transitions. If you maintain balance, your energy improves noticeably by month's end. March for you, Sagittarius, is about balanced adjustments followed by confident movement forward. So, you are moving forward. There is a little bit of chaos and competition, but it is for your betterment. So see which battles you want to fight and which battles you want to avoid, and accordingly choose your path. So that's it for Sagittarius. If this reading resonated, do like, share and subscribe to Devi DONA'S Tarot, and do not forget to comment your zodiac signs in the comment box. Also, I would request you to look for your rising sun and moon, all three of the zodiac signs, to get even more deeper knowledge into what is happening for you in the month of March. So that's it for you, Sagittarius. I hope to see you in the other videos, in the other zodiacs as well. So now, since we are done with Sagittarius, we'll move on to our next zodiac, which is Capricorn. Bye bye. Hello Capricorn. If your rising sun or moon is in the zodiac sign of Capricorn, then this reading is for you. We will start with the tarot cards, then we'll move on to your love life, career and finances, and finally your health. I'm sorry. So let's move on to our reading and let's see what we have in store for the month of March for our zodiac sign of Capricorn. Sorry about that. Please bear with me. Okay. Okay. The Devil. Capricorn. March begins with the Devil, and because this is your ruling energy, this card hits closer to home than it would for anyone else. The Devil does not automatically mean negativity. It represents attachment, control, ambition, and sometimes the pressure you place on yourself. This month begins with you confronting where you may be overcommitted, overburdened, or holding on to something simply because you invested too much time to walk away easily. There may be a professional situation where you feel obligated rather than inspired. There may also be a habit or emotional pattern that you recognize is limiting your growth. The Devil energy can show obsession with productivity, financial security, or maintaining status. Capricorn energy thrives on structure, but March asks you to examine whether that structure still serves you. You may notice early in the month that something feels restrictive. Instead of ignoring it, you begin planning your next move. Okay, let's see what is happening after you start making your move. Okay, Three of Wands. Now, as soon as you start making your move, then the Three of Wands appears, and this shows expansion. You are not trapped, you are preparing yourself. This card represents looking ahead, considering future opportunities, and playing beyond your current environment. You may explore new career paths, considering relocation, or mentally prepare for a larger role. The energy shifts from feeling confined to feeling strategic, which is a good transition. Now, King of Pentacles closes your monthly theme, and this is strong, grounded energy. By the end of March, you are not reacting emotionally, you are stabilizing. The King of Pentacles represents financial maturity, leadership, and long-term security. You move from pressure to control. Instead of feeling owned by your responsibility, you own them confidently. March for you, Capricorn, is about recognizing what controls you and reclaiming your authority in that particular aspect. Now, as we move forward, we have the anchor when it comes to your love life. Now, in love, anchor suggests stability but also heaviness. If you are single, you may feel emotionally grounded but cautious. You are not interested in casual connections. You want a long-term potential. However, the Devil energy may show attachment to someone from the past who keeps you anchored in old feelings. Three of Wands though suggest openness to future possibilities. You may meet someone connected to travel, business, or distance. This person may appear stable and reliable rather than flashy. King of Pentacles energy reinforces that the partner entering your life would be serious and financially mature. And if you are in a relationship, anchor suggests commitment, but you must evaluate whether the bond feels secure or stagnant. March may bring conversations about long-term planning, property, or shared investments. Stability is present, but emotional expression may need a little bit of softening from both the ends. Now, as we move forward, let's see, in career we have community. Now, your career revolves around networking this month. Community suggests collaboration, professional groups, or social connections, influencing your opportunities. The presence of Devil kind of indicates pressure to maintain image or status, but the Three of Wands suggests expansion beyond your current circle. You may receive an opportunity through networking rather than an isolated effort. King of Pentacles suggests financial stability strengthening by the month's end. This is not a sudden gain, it is a strategic growth. Avoid overworking purely out of obligation. Align your effort with long-term gain rather than short-term validation. That will help you more in your goals and future prospects for your career and finances. Now, finally, with your health, we have here is melancholy. Now, health is tied to emotional weight this month. Melancholy does not indicate severe illness, but it suggests mental heaviness or stress. The devil can reflect burnout if you suppress emotional fatigue. As a Capricorn, you often carry responsibilities quietly, but March will require you to release them. Three of Wands suggests that planning personal time improves your well-being, and scheduled rest intentionally, because that will help you in moving forward for the next day. With the King of Pentacles, it encourages structured health habits, including a balanced diet and a routine exercise. If you ignore stress, fatigue may accumulate. If you address it proactively, stability returns quickly. March is going to teach you that your strength includes rest as well. So do not overexert yourself, do not overwork yourself. Work will happen, but also take care of your health a lot, because the more you are emotionally stable, the more healthier you are to work for your goals. So yeah, that's it for Capricorn. If the reading resonated, do like, share and subscribe to DONA'S Tarot. Also, do not forget to comment your zodiac on the comment section. Also, I would recommend you to look into your rising, sun, moon, all the 3 zodiac signs, to get even more in-depth idea about what is happening in March for you. Okay, now that is done for Capricorn, we will be moving on to our next zodiac sign, which is Aquarius. Hello Aquarius, if your rising sun or moon is in the zodiac sign of Aquarius, then this reading is for you for the month of March. I have prepared the tarot cards and the oracle cards, so we will be beginning with the tarot cards and then we'll move on to your oracle cards for your love and relationship, finances and career, and finally your health. So let's begin with your tarot cards to see what is happening for you in the month of March. Okay, Aquarius, March opens beautifully with the star, and that immediately tells me that this is a month of renewal, hope and quiet alignment for you. The star is your card, and when it appears as your leading energy, it signals that something in your life begins to feel clear and lighter. There may have been confusions or emotional heaviness earlier in this year, but March carries healing undertones. You feel more like yourself. There is inspiration returning. You may even reconnect with a goal or dream that you had temporarily placed aside. Now, as we move forward, we have the 7 of Swords. With the 7 of Swords that is entering right after the star, it tells us that you need to be cautious. This card represents strategy, secrecy, or subtle deception. It does not automatically mean betrayal, but it does mean that not everything around you is transparent. You may sense that someone is withholding information, or you may find yourself choosing carefully what you reveal. Aquarius energy is intuitive but detached, and Mars asks you to observe rather than react. If something feels slightly off, trust that instinct. And with that, we have our 10 of Cups. Okay, as the 10 of Cups kind of closes your theme, and this is very significant. Why? Despite potential minor deception or strategic maneuvering, the outcome of March feels emotionally fulfilling. 10 of Cups represents harmony, family happiness, and emotional contentment. Whatever you navigate mid-month ultimately strengthens your sense of belonging and stability. The message for March is clear. Hope returns, discernment protects you, and emotional fulfillment follows accordingly. Now, as we move forward, we see what we have in your love life. The house. In love, house emphasizes home, stability, and emotional security. If you are single, this suggests that you may meet someone connected to your domestic life, possibly through family, neighborhood, or close social circles. The star suggests this connection feels aligned with your long-term vision rather than temporary excitement. However, 7 of Swords warns against idealizing too quickly. Ask questions, clarify intentions. If something feels inconsistent, address it gently rather than ignoring it. 10 of Cups indicates potential for genuine emotional happiness, but only if transparency exists. If you are in a relationship, house suggests focusing on shared living space or family matters. You may discuss moving, renovating, or strengthening domestic stability. Ten of Cups suggests harmony grows when communication remains open. Avoid passive avoidance of issues, as Seven of Swords could indicate unspoken tensions if ignored. Now, let's see what is happening in your career. Change, obviously. Career energy shifts for you this month. Change indicates transition, possibly a new role, a new team, or a different workflow. The star card here suggests that this shift aligns with your bigger aspiration, even if it feels slightly disruptive at first. Seven of Swords may represent office politics or subtle competition. Stay observant, avoid oversharing strategic plans. Ten of Cups though suggests that by the end of the month you will feel more satisfied with your direction. Financially, change may involve reallocation of resources. Budget adjustments or investments decisions will require attention. Long-term gain remains possible when decisions are grounded in clarity rather than on impulse. Okay, and finally, let's see what is happening with your health. We have reunion. Now, for your health energy, I feel like it revolves around reconnection. Reunion here suggests returning to habits that once supported your well-being. Perhaps you stopped exercising regularly, meditating, or following unstructured sleep patterns. So, like following structured sleep patterns, not unstructured, pardon me. March is encouraging you to reconnect with your, what worked for you before. The star supports healing. Emotional stress from earlier months begins to ease. However, Seven of Swords suggests avoiding self-deception about lifestyle habits. Be honest about where improvement is needed, because Ten of Cups indicate that emotional balance improves physical vitality. When your mental state stabilizes, your body follows. Minor fatigue may appear early in the month, but resolves with the routine that you start following for yourself. As for March for you, Aquarius, is hopeful, transitional, and emotionally stabilizing when you combine intuition with discernment. So that's it for Aquarius. If this resonated, please do like, share, and subscribe to DONA'S Tarot, and do not forget to comment your zodiac in the comment box. I would always also request you to look for your other zodiacs like rising, sun, and moon, all of the zodiacs, to get even more deeper knowledge as in what is happening for you in the month of March. Hope to see you in the other zodiac signs as well. And for now, that's it for Aquarius. We'll be moving on to our next zodiac sign, which is Pisces. Hello Pisces, if your rising sun or moon is in the zodiac sign of Pisces, then this reading is for you. Now, we'll be starting with the tarot cards and we'll be moving on to your love and relationship, your finances and career, and finally your health. So, we'll be putting the oracle cards aside and we'll be starting with the tarot cards. Let's see what we have for you, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, March feels deeply internal before it becomes external. When the High Priestess opens your month, it tells me that intuition is heightened, but also is your sensitivity to it. You are perceiving things beneath the surface. You may sense shift in people's energy, subtle changes in tone, or hidden motives that others might miss. The High Priestess represents quiet knowing rather than loud confrontation. You are observing more than speaking. There may be something you are not ready to reveal yet, and that is intentional. Okay. However, Nine of Cups follows, and this suggests that all the mental anxiety or emotional overthinking will slowly go down. The presence of Pisces energy can spiral when imagination runs unchecked, so keep that in check. Something you sense early in the month may trigger worry, but ultimately with love and with finances or with personal direction, it will start improving for you. The important thing is to understand with the Nine of Cups, sometimes fulfillment comes, but it comes with a veil. At first it might feel like worry, but it actually doesn't reflect your reality. Rather, it tells you that beyond this worry there is something better that is coming for you, and so it is in the anticipation rather than the fact. Now, with The Ace of Swords, I feel like. Hello again, Pisces. Somehow, while I was recording, my mobile battery just went out, so I am trying to reshoot it again from the beginning. So yes, if your zodiac sign starts, sorry, not starts, if your rising sun or moon is in the zodiac sign of Pisces, then this reading is for you. I think maybe the video got disconnected in between, because maybe that was not the message for you. So I reshuffled the cards all over again, and I have a new set of cards. So let's see what we have in store for Pisces for the month of March. So we will start with the tarot cards, and then we will go on to love and relationship, your career and finances, and finally with your health. So first we will start with the tarot cards. So I'll be keeping these oracle cards aside. Let's see what we have. Okay, Pisces, March feels deeply internal before it becomes external, as I was telling you, because with the presence of High Priestess, it tells me that the intuition will be heightened for you, but so will be your sensitivity towards the energies. You are going to perceive things beneath the surface. You may sense shift in people's energy, subtle changes in their tone or conversation, or hidden motives that others might not see immediately. The High Priestess kind of represents quiet knowing rather than the loud confrontation. You are going to be observing more than you will be speaking. There may be something you are not ready to reveal yet, and I think that is quite intentional from your part as well. And you should be keeping it up to yourself, because not everybody needs to know everything about you. Now, okay, with the Nine of Swords, kind of, I feel like that this suggests mental anxiety and emotional overthinking. Pisces energy can spiral when imagination runs unchecked. So there is a chance that something you sense early in the month may trigger worry for you. It could relate to love, financial security, or even personal direction. And I feel like the important thing to understand is that the Nine of Swords kind of exaggerates fear sometimes. Not every worry reflects your own reality. Some of it is anticipation rather than the fact that what is actually going on. Okay, so do not give in to worry too much. Now, okay, Ace of Cups. Now, with the Ace of Cups, this as this card arrives, and this kind of shifts the entire tone for the month of March, because this card represents emotional renewal, new love, forgiveness, and spiritual opening. After a period of anxiety, clarity comes through feeling rather than logic. You may receive an apology, you may offer forgiveness, or experience a new emotional beginning that softens your fear. The Ace of Cups brings genuine affection and openness. The overall message for you for March is this: that trust your intuition, confront your fears gently, and allow emotional renewal to wash over you rather than resisting it. Okay, now let's see what we have in store for you in the love prospect. Okay, the bouquet. Now, in love, the bouquet kind of reinforces the Ace of Cups energy. This month centers on real emotion. If you are single, a new connection may appear that feels sincere and emotionally aligned. It may begin subtly, possibly through a conversation that unexpectedly deepens. The High Priestess kind of suggests that you will sense this person's authenticity before they even prove it verbally. However, with the Nine of Swords present, it kind of indicates fear of vulnerability. You may hesitate to open fully because of past disappointments. Do not let imagined outcomes prevent your present possibilities, because with the Ace of Cups, it suggests genuine potential for someone fresh and healing. If you are in a relationship, the bouquet kind of indicates renewal. This could mean rediscovering intimacy, having meaningful conversations, or resolving all the old tension. Avoid silent suffering, because the High Priestess may tempt you to internalize emotion rather than express it. Speak gently but clearly. It is very important for you to share what you are feeling, because the more you internalize your worries and everything, it will eat you up from inside. So it is very important that you share it with someone that you feel like can be a good confidant to you. Now, with your career energy, okay, we have privileged lady. Now, I feel like Pisces, for you people, career energy kind of reflects growth in confidence and visibility. Privileged lady suggests stepping into a position of recognition or increased comfort. This does not necessarily mean luxury, but it indicates improved condition compared to previous months. The high priestess present over here suggests that you may already sense a shift coming before it even becomes official. Nine of Swords may reflect financial worry that is heavier to your mind than in reality. Review facts before assuming instability, because Ace of Cups indicates that creative or intuitive pursuits may bring opportunity for you. If you have artistic or spiritual talents, this is a month to nurture them. Financially, I think stability improves gradually rather than suddenly, but avoid emotional spending triggered by anxiety. The more you do that, the unhealthy finances become for you. So keep that in track. Now, finally, with your health, we have over here is Sweetheart. Okay, health is closely tied to emotional well-being this month, because Sweetheart suggests kindness towards yourself is essential for you. The High Priestess indicates sensitivity to environments and people. If you are around draining energy, your body may feel it quickly. Nine of Swords can manifest as sleep disturbances or stress-related fatigue if you allow anxiety to build unchecked. Prioritize rest and calming rituals. Ace of Cups kind of supports your healing practices such as journaling, therapy, meditation, or creative expression. Now, there is no indication of any major illness, but mental stress must be managed proactively. When you nurture yourself with patience rather than self-criticism, your energy stabilizes significantly. March for you, Pisces, is emotional cleansing followed by renewal. When you trust your inner voice and release imagined fears, peace returns for you. That's it for you, Pisces. I hope this reading resonated. If it does, please do like, share and subscribe to Devi DONA'S Tarot, and do not forget to comment your zodiac sign in the comment box. Also, I would recommend you to check for your other zodiac sign, which is rising, sun or moon, and I hope to see you in all those videos as well. And I would like to request you to stay till the end of the video and listen to what we have for extra for the month of March. So let's move on to our outro. Thank you for staying with me till the end of the video. Now, March 2026 is not a random month. If you notice the pattern while listening to your sign and maybe even your moon or rising, there is a clear theme running throughout this forecast. This is a month of adjustments before acceleration. Some of you are releasing what no longer fits. Some of you are negotiating value. Some of you are stepping into an opportunity that only becomes visible after something has shifted for you. What stands out across the zodiac is that nothing here is passive. March actually, but I feel like there is an energy of Mars as well, so keep that in mind. March rewards awareness, it rewards honesty, it rewards taking small intentional action instead of waiting for circumstances to change on their own, which is obviously is an energy of Mars for you. Now, for many signs, love required communication. For others, it required vulnerability. Career energy across the broad emphasized on strategy rather than on impulse. Health repeatedly asked for balance and routine rather than extremes. This is not a coincidence. March is asking for maturity. I feel like the month of March has a lot of Mars energy going on. Otherwise, why would I be continuously calling it as Mars? Maybe the universe wants you to understand that you need to embody the energy of Mars in the month of March. Now, as I was saying, if something uncomfortable surfaces this month, it is not here to punish you, it is here to refine you. The decisions you make now will echo into April and May, especially around relationships and financial structure. Go back and listen to your moon and rising sign if something didn't fully resonate. Sometimes the missing piece is there. These forecasts for you are layered and your chart is layered too. Most importantly, don't just consume the message, apply it. If your sign required communication, have the conversation. If it requires discipline, create the routine. If it requires courage, take the step. Insight without action stays theoretical. If this reading helped you see March more clearly, share this video so it reaches more people who needs guidance right now. Comment your zodiac sign below and tell me which part resonated the most. And if you are new here, subscribe and turn on the notification so you do not miss the April's forecast. March is a pivot month. Use it wisely. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye bye.